Live. This was kind of um yes. So I am live. Currently is watching this live stream, but hopefully some people tune in here. This was a very last minute decision to go live on this Saturday evening. Usually I have these things planned out a little more in advance. I usually post about it and leading up to the live stream. So uh, I I decided to do a quick little live stream. Even if nobody watches this on the actual live, at least some people will be able to watch this on the playback. Because unfortunately, I will not be able to do a live stream tomorrow, which is usually my days of doing live streams. But I figured I'd jump on here for if nobody pops on and there's nobody talking, I might only be on here for 10 minutes. I'm not sure yet. So. I'm going to quickly go over the films that I watched this last week. Um, and yeah, so um, that way, if anybody was curious, at least they will. I don't know. You'll be able to go back and watch this live stream if you so desire. Um, but yeah, so we are in the officially. Let's see. Let me adjust this a little bit. We are officially in October, and so yeah, this unfortunately with the month of October for me, it's very busy. It's already shaping up to be very busy, and I really didn't think it was going to be busy, but unfortunately, it just seems every single week there is at least something going on. And so I'll have to unfortunately maybe switch around my schedule a little bit to hopefully do live streams normally on Sundays, but yeah. So looks like a couple people are on. Hello, welcome to this random surprise live stream that was a last minute decision to do. So I hope at least a few people out there are able to join, and we can have some talk about some films, because that is just the absolute greatest part about this platform. Um, yeah, for those people who are just joining, I was simply quickly just saying that this live stream was a last minute decision, and normally I'll be doing these on Sunday, but I'm doing this mainly for the recording to for people to watch it back if you're not able to join on this live stream. That way, you can at least hear my thoughts on my first few films that I watched. For my 31 nights of Halloween. And so yeah, because tomorrow I will not be able to do a live stream, and I wasn't planning on doing one today, but I made that last minute call. But let's see, we already had a comment. I picked up Anaconda 1 through 4. Have you seen them? It was $10. Said why not? Yes, I have seen Anaconda 1 through 4. Actually, Anacondas, which is the second film, was probably one of the first. It was in like one of the I'd say one of the first like 10 horror films I ever saw. And I personally love the Anaconda films. I just like I know they're kind of cheesy and whatever, but like at least the first two. I've seen those first two films several times. I've only seen part 3 and 4. I think only one time each. But yeah, the Anaconda films are fantastic. But for $10 for all four, that's a great deal. Um, how does it feel, or how does it feel? The kid who played young Michael Myers is remade in the remake is 29 this year. LOL. Oh, the kid from from Rob Zombie's Halloween. Yeah, I'm assuming the Halloween remake. Yeah, 29. That's wild. That's I always feel like that movie came out a lot like later than it did. I want to say it was like what 2000. Let's see, 2007. Yeah, that's crazy. 2007. But they had the original Exorcist 4K for $12. Oh, I don't know why it's so cheap at Walmart. Interesting. Yeah, I need to. I meant to stop out at Walmart today because I saw somebody else post about that they're like Walmart's putting out a bunch of like horror films. or they're putting out like some boutique stuff. So I need to stop out there and check out what they have. But yes, so I'm going to jump right into the films that I've watched so far this month. Um, and so far, I am keeping up with my plan on watching 31 films for the month of October. I'm actually watching more than that so far. So the first thing that I watched this month, which I know some of you guys wanted me to check out for a while, and I watched the film Megan. This was the first time I actually watched this film, and I really didn't know what to expect. But I have to say, overall, I wasn't. It was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like I didn't get blown away like I was anticipating to. I thought it was just okay, um, and I was. I don't know if I will be like rewatching it. I got this at a library book sale for only I think it was like $1 or something, and I don't know if I will be like upgrading this anytime soon. I felt like it was just okay. A better because I also feel like the premise of the film where it's essentially artificial intelligence goes wrong or something like that along those lines. I feel like that premise has been done so many times, whether that's with like Chucky or with I'm trying to think of other films like that where it's like computer goes wrong and it kills a bunch of people. But um, yeah, overall, I thought it was just okay. I wasn't really impressed all that much. It was fun. I thought it was a fun film, but yeah, I mean, if other people enjoyed it, I'm glad that they did. Personally, just for me, I wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't my type of film, I guess. But let's see. Yeah, they're getting the old 2000s DVDs of horror movies and just making them in newer cases. Oh, well. Gotcha. Um, let's see. Oh, gee, he watched Megan. Yes, I wish that like I don't know. I found myself like the whole time when I was watching Megan, I was just thinking of Child's Play, and thinking of how much like how great that film is. Not the remake, not the where is it? Not this movie, but the original Child's Play. Um, and I don't know. I just thought it was okay. Which yeah. But on the second of the month, I guess I'll move on to the second film. This is a movie that I was like 80% sure I've seen before. And I still don't know if I've seen this movie before or not. Even after watching it, I guess for the possibly the second time. And that was Cabin Fever Patient Zero. Um, and I was like, when I started the movie, I was like, I feel like I've seen this film. I don't know. Um, I don't. It seemed very familiar, but I do not remember it quite like completely. I probably have seen this before, but I could not remember it. It might have been one of those situations where I had it on in the background and I was doing other things and I just wasn't paying attention. And so bits and pieces seemed familiar, but overall it just didn't seem very familiar to me. But I watched it and yeah, it's not my favorite Cabin Fever film. Um, I feel like what makes the original film so great is that it's like feels very claustrophobic and you can't leave the situation. And even the second one where it's like you're trapped inside of this like school and um, yeah, this one it was on an island. Still some like terrifying visuals and terrifying situations, but yeah, I thought it was just okay. Um, I wasn't like blown away by this one either, which is kind of unfortunate. The first two films were just okay for me. But yeah, Cabin Fever, Patient Zero was just it was all right. See, Scream 7 is coming out February or summer of 2025. Or okay, wait. Scream 7 is coming out February 2026, and Megan 2 is coming out summer of 2025. See, I feel like Megan 2, like See, that's my I have issues, I guess, with Blumhouse as a production company. I just feel like they basically take an idea and then they milk it for every possible like ounce of money out of it. And I feel like something like Megan doesn't necessarily need a sequel. I feel like the idea was kind of self-contained. I feel like it um I don't know. I don't know. Personally, for me, I just feel like there are better films that with that same premise than Megan, that execute it in a more interesting way. Um, but yeah, the third film that I watched. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped one. So after Megan, before Cabin Fever, I went to a kind of like an indie theater, and watched the film The Substance. Um, if you follow me over on Instagram, you would have seen me post a photo on my story about it. Yeah, The Substance is a new movie. Came out this year, and it is a wild ride. Um, I went into it pretty much knowing nothing. And so I don't want to say anything about the film because I feel like going into it not knowing anything is honestly a pretty great way of experiencing it. Um, but the substance is, I will say, it is not what I was anticipating it to be. Um, I thought that the ending was, I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't really want to say anything because since it's a such a new movie, that I don't want to really spoil anything because I feel like if I say anything about it, it might ruin the effect of the film. But yeah, I would say if you are into films like stuff that David Cronenberg makes, I would highly recommend going and seeing The Substance. It's a interesting and fun film that I feel like it's you're not really seeing much like that in today's movies. So it's a yeah, it's definitely an interesting film. Um, but so then I watched Cabin Fever, and then the following day on the third of the month. I'm sorry, the third of the month, I watched the film Scream 4. Now this was a rewatch for me. I've seen this movie before, um, but while I was watching it, I honestly did not remember how it was going to end. Um, I think it was one of those situations where many years ago I popped this in and I was either on my phone or just doing other things and I wasn't fully paying attention to this movie. And I think that's why it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth where I thought it was just okay. I thought it was just, you know, I like really like ranked it pretty low in the franchise. Um, but overall, like after watching this again, I really like this movie. Um, and honestly, I love the Scream franchise. I think it's a franchise that I overlooked for a while, and I would love to grab all of the films on a better format because I only have the first three on Blu-ray, and then this on DVD, and then I think I have like the sixth one on DVD. I don't have the soft remake, but yeah, I feel like the Scream franchise is just a solid film series that is just fun, and if you know, I feel like if you're really into horror movies, it kind of like plays along with that, and it's kind of just a fun experience. But yeah, Scream 4 was a fun one. And then on the let's see, this was yesterday. This was early hours of yesterday. Um, let's see. Surprise, Kyle. Yes, hello. If you are just joining for the live stream, reason why I'm doing a surprise live stream today is tomorrow I am not able to do a live stream, and so at the last minute I decided to do this live stream. So thank you for joining me. I wasn't sure if I was going to have people join or not for this, but I have a few people popping in and out. So thank you for joining. See, I have that collection that in my collection and don't remember watching it. I'll put it in later tonight. Yes. I'm assuming you're talking about Scream 4. Um, yeah, it's one of those films that I feel like it was kind of like a movie that I was like I was questioning myself if I actually seen it or not, but yes, after watching it again and kind of remembering a lot of the pieces and parts of it that I remember actually sitting down and watching it. But early hours of yesterday, so this was like, probably midnight, 1 or 2 o'clock ish in the morning. Um, but yeah, so 1 or 2 a.m. last night, on Friday, I guess. What is today? Saturday? Excuse me. Um, I watched the film. I got this from the library because this is a film that, excuse me. This is a film that um, I've wanted to see, but I've never actually seen it for sale anywhere, and so I decided just to grab it from the library, try it out, and that is the film Mad God. This is a stop motion animation mixed with some like live action footage, um, and oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Um, this is a stop motion animation mixed with live footage film that is a horror movie, and I was very curious on it because I knew nothing about it. And this is a wild movie. It's like a sci-fi, futuristic horror film, if that makes sense. And it is very, very interesting, very well done. It's a hard movie to even like talk about because the story is kind of complex in a way. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting. The visuals alone were terrifying and just very effective and very, I don't know, very, very well done in the world of stop motion animation. And yeah, it's a very interesting film. So if you've not seen it and you're into like stop motion horror films, I would highly recommend checking this one out. Because I feel like there's not a lot of stop motion like horror films. Sorry guys, I've had a cold the last week, and so I'm slowly I'm getting over it. Which, yeah, sorry, I have to keep drinking water. But got to work tomorrow, so this is good. It's awesome. I'm glad that you are able to join on this live stream. Um, yeah, which let's see. So then last night I watched the film The Island. This is a film that I actually started watching a few months ago, and I just never got around to actually finishing it. And so last night I decided just to start it over, just so I, don't forget the premise of the film. And this is a movie that I was on the fence. I'm like, is this a horror film? Is this not? And I could say it's, I would consider it a horror film now. Um, my goodness, my throat is like super dry. I would consider The Island to be a horror film. It is definitely has horror elements. It's more of like a horror adventure film, if that makes sense. And yeah, it has Michael Caine in it, which is so fun. And yeah, it's just it's basically a pirate film, which is kind of interesting because I feel like there's not a ton of pirate horror films. Um, but it's kind of there's scenes in it that are a little gruesome, but yeah, I overall I'd say I really enjoy this one, and yeah, I'm glad I checked it out. So that is so far that's everything that I've watched over the last I guess a week or so. um I'm hoping because the like tonight I think it's House of Wax, which is tonight's film, and yeah, I have several movies lined up. And I'm really hoping, I'm very, very excited for, I don't know if anybody else out there is going to go see this, but I'm excited for, on Thursday, I will be going to go see Terrifier 3. And so I am very, very excited because I really enjoyed Terrifier 2. And I've heard, several interesting things about Terrifier 3 so far. So I'm trying to stay away from spoilers, but yeah, I'm very excited because it seems like it's going to be It's like a great follow up to Terrifier 2. But yeah, and I have a few other things lined up. So I guess expect for I guess posting schedule. I'll be doing live stream or hopefully live streams once a week. Ideally Sunday evenings because that's the day that probably works best for me. But we'll see because yeah, already I feel like my schedule already is just like packed with things going on, which is unfortunate. But um, and as far as videos, I'm hoping to be posting at least one video a week for the whole month of October. Um, but I am very, very excited to share with you guys, which this is some, like, I guess, a little bit of like new-ish news, which I won't share what it is right now. But um, the, trying to think how to even say this. So in November, something really, really cool. I will be doing a video on something very, very interesting and cool, and I'm very excited to share with you guys. Um, but yeah, stay tuned. I guess that'll be a little teaser for the month of November. But they're making Terrifier 4 as well, or as we speak. LOL, it's going to be the last one, they said. Okay, yeah, because I feel like if with the Terrifier films, if they start pumping them out and like start making Terrifier 7 and Terrifier in space and Terrifier, I don't know, like goes to Manhattan. I feel like it would kind of ruin like the story in a way. I feel like it's the story of Terrifier. Um, it's an interesting like antagonist, and so I like Art the Clown is a very interesting character, and so I just feel like hopefully they don't ruin the franchise by just making a bunch of Terrifier films. But yeah, if they said only they're only making 4, that is great because he also did show up in All Hallows Eve, which I have here, and the first one was fun. The second one was All Hallows Eve 2 was terrible. It was just the worst. It was so bad. But yeah, I really enjoy the whole Terrifier franchise. But also Toby Bell is going to have a big role in the Saw 11 movie. Interested to see what they do. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like they should have maybe stopped with the Saw films, like because it's like they made. I guess I thought Saw 10 was okay. I thought it was a weird choice to try make Jigsaw like a likable character, um, and almost like you're rooting for Jigsaw in a way. I like that his actions were justified. I feel like it was a weird choice on their part to do that. But yeah, because I like the Saw franchise. I just feel like I don't know. They should just quit when they're ahead. I feel like they should have probably just stopped with Saw the final chapter. But yeah, it's crazy that they're making 11 Saw films so far. But yes, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else coming up. Um, um, so this thing that's happening in November, man, I wish I could talk to you guys about it because it's such a thing that's been in the like it's not necessarily like something I'm doing, but it is something that I am witnessing happen. I should stop talking about it because I feel like I'm going to accidentally say something that I shouldn't. But just know, come November at some point, a very fun video will be coming out on or a live stream. Who knows? The Chucky TV show got canceled after 3 seasons, and they're gonna continue it with a new with a new in the future. Yeah, I still need to watch the Chucky show. I actually have never watched any of the episodes, so I've been curious about it. But yeah, unfortunately, I just like don't have any streaming services, and I also don't have any. I need to just buy the seasons when they come out. But same thing with Scream. There was that Scream TV show I think put out by MTV that I never watched. I have no idea if it's good or not. I don't really hear people talking about it, but um, yeah, I should have watched Chucky. I feel like that would. It looked interesting from the trailers I saw of it, um, but let's see. So I'm probably gonna wrap this live stream up early-ish because, again, I just wanted to jump on here and let's see. Let's see. What's on your watch list this evening after this? So the original House of Wax with Vincent Price is tonight's film. It's a film I've never actually seen before, and so I'm very excited to check it out. Um, because it is like I feel like it's one of those classic like horror films that I should have definitely seen by now. I've seen the remake House of Wax. Where is it? Maybe it's over there somewhere. I've seen the original House of Wax, but I've never, or the remake of House of Wax, but I've never actually watched the original. So I'll be sitting down, popping in a VHS tape because I only have it on a VHS and enjoying that tonight. So, um, yeah, very excited to check that out. Um, but what is I guess yeah I should ask what are some of like what are you guys watching that are watching this? What are some of the films that you've watched so far this month? Because I know this month is just like the greatest time of year to watch horror films, and I'm trying to watch as many as I possibly can. And yeah, there's a few this season that I'm very excited to get to because um, yeah, I love horror. I love the this whole season, and I just love watching. I like how it's kind of an excuse. Like I said in one of my videos, it's almost like an excuse to, take time to watch a film that I've been putting off watching for a while. And so, yeah, it's going to be that's probably what I'll be doing for the rest of this month. But see, not including Halloween as a holiday, but other holidays. What's your favorite holiday themed movie? And I'm gonna watch Night of the Demon soon and Black Christmas. Nice. Um, let's see. First part of your question. So yes, Halloween is my favorite holiday. But other holiday themed. Let's see. Other holidays. What's your favorite holiday themed movie? Yes. I would say I really like. What is it called now? Oh, why can't I think of the name? Oh, It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, I feel like any other holiday themed movies. I mean, Christmas comes to mind for like obviously the amount of Christmas films made. I should say yes. I watched this a few weeks ago. I watched the film Thanksgiving for the first time, and I really really enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun. Eli Roth did a fantastic job with that. And that might be only one of maybe two or three Thanksgiving themed movies. I feel like they also kind of get clumped in with Christmas movies a lot of the time. Um, but yeah, I really enjoy It's a Wonderful Life, or Ron Howard's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Um, I'm trying to think of any other holiday themed films. Yeah, I think that's probably it for now. Um, Yeah, I mean, I mean, Black Christmas. I'm excited to watch that again around Christmas time because I'm probably going to do the similar thing where try to watch, maybe 25 Christmas films, um, leading up to Christmas, and maybe I'll throw in a couple horror Christmas titles in there too because I feel like that's always fun. But yeah. Um, see, but also you're going to be watching Night of the Demons. Yes, trying to remember. Do I? Yes, I have seen Night of the Demons. That's a fun one. Um, What do you love about the horror genre? I feel like the horror genre is the most creative genre of all the different film genres. I feel like horror is they can pretty much take it in almost any direction. I'd say their sets are the most creative, the props, the um, they might not be the deepest, most flushed out characters out there, but they are like, I'd say they're just like, the people that make horror films are just having fun, and I feel like it's just a fun genre. I feel like you can like, I don't know. There's so many different stories to tell within the horror genre, and um, yeah, I'd say just overall, it's probably just the most creative um, of all the different genres. But watching Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. I've not seen that. Um, yeah, I need to check that out. I know what movie you're talking about, but I need to check it out. I think like Vincent Price is definitely an area within my watching journey that I just have not watched a ton of Vincent Price films. Um, and I'm like I really should have seen more Vincent Price films by now, but um, yeah, unfortunately, I just have not been able to watch as many as I would like to be. But have you seen The Ice Cream Man with, I think it was Ron Howard or this brother as a, let's see, or his brother as a killer ice cream man? LOL. I want to find it on DVD. The Ice Cream Man. I know what movie you're talking about. I have not seen it. Um, but yes, I know what movie you're talking about. Um, I want to say Vinegar Syndrome put it out on Blu-ray. I think. So I know there was Ice Cream Man and The Ice Cream Man. There were two movies, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. There were two movies. Um, and I want to say Vinegar Syndrome put out one of them on Blu-ray, but the other one I'm not sure. I'm sure a DVD wouldn't be horribly hard to find. I should. I have. I mean, I don't. I've never seen it. I guess in person, but um. See, I regret it. Or it was 99 cents VHS of the '90s Spider-Man show. It was just cool looking. Wish I bought it. Yeah. Yeah, the '90s Spider-Man films. I don't have any of the VH, or do I have? I might have them on VHS. I have them on DVD. At least one of them on DVD. Um, I can't remember if I have any on VHS. Guys, I'm so sorry. This cold is just like the worst. Do you like the last Exorcist film released? I don't know if I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if I've seen which is the last one I saw. Because there was Exorcist Believer, which I did not see that one. But I'd say the newest one I saw was probably. This is probably the newest Exorcist film that I've seen. So kind of old now. It is from 2015, so almost 10 years old, which is kind of wild. But yeah, so I've not seen any of the new one, but let's see. I found the see. I found the Sopranos season one on VHS. I don't know, was too cool to pass it up just for the show. Yes, there's been a few times when I've passed up season one of The Sopranos on VHS, but I have the DVD sets, but any Human Centipede movies, I have seen the first two films, but I do not own them. I wouldn't mind owning them, but like it's kind of one of those films that like I probably won't rewatch anytime soon. And so if I come across them at a good price, I'll probably maybe grab them. But overall, it's just I don't know. It's not really my type of film. I thought they were like a little I don't know. I thought they were trying to be shocking for the sake of being shocking, which I'm not really like into because I feel like if a film's trying to be shocking, it's kind of like defeating the whole purpose. I feel like when it's not trying to be shocking and it just is, it's way more effective than films that are trying to get a reaction. But um, yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but um, see, Spider-Man 4 comes out most likely 2026. Are you going to have any interest in that? And are you going to see the new Avengers movie when they come out? Probably no to both of those. I really just I'm like not into the superhero thing anymore. I just feel like I don't know. I might see Spider Man, maybe, but I just feel like with the Avenger films, I just kind of feel like they're all kind of the I don't know. They're um, not really my my thingy. But let's see, a new 50th Texas Chainsaw mat or set is $300 for the movie on 4K, or all of them can't remember. It's just a plastic chainsaw that holds the movies. Yes, the 50th that set that you're talking about. It's only the first film, so it's the first movie on 4K with the VHS copy. It's like a remake of the VHS. Um, and that's all that there's to it. It's just the film on 4K. It's a 3 disc collector's a 3 disc set, 4K Blu-ray and special features, and then there's a VHS tape within the set as well. Um, but I when I first heard the news, it's coming out from Dark Sky Entertainment. Um, when I first heard the news, I was very excited. I was like, I have to get this for my collection. But then I saw the price of $300, and I would say it's probably not worth it. Unless I would say unless if you're a huge Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan. I think I would rather recommend if I had any say for people, I would recommend just buying the 4K for 25 dollars or whatever, or even $30, and then going out or going onto eBay, finding yourself a copy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on like an original VHS tape. Probably going to spend anywhere from, I mean, depends on which version because they made a million different artworks and covers and everything. Um, you could spend anywhere from 20 to 80, $100 in that range. Um, so just say even if you're on the higher end of that, spend $100 on a brand new sealed VHS tape. Um, you're going to be getting, the 4K and the VHS. You're going to be looking at max $130. Even if just say throw in a couple like $20 extra, like you're going to be spending half the amount of money and getting the same thing essentially, just minus a plastic chainsaw, which in theory it looks cool, but like I don't know if a plastic chainsaw is worth $150 theoretically. Um, I personally don't think it is. I think you know, it's it looks cool, but it's not something that I would really go out of my way for. I know it's limited, and I know like probably the people who will buy it to flip on eBay, I feel like they're gonna try charge $600 for it or whatever. Um, I would say if I would recommend to people just not buy it. I feel like um, it is definitely trying to the fear of missing out, and um, for people I would say it's not worth the fear of missing out. There's so many other films that I would highly recommend overbuying, like if you're going to spend $300 on something. um I personally would buy the second. I would find a copy of the Second Sight 4K of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I feel like you're going to get better special features and just a better set altogether. It's probably going to be less than 300. So they are expensive. They're, you know, well over $100 now. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre set. Um, yeah. But if you are planning on getting it, I hope you enjoy. um, boxing Helena. I'm not sure what you mean by boxing Helena. Yeah, is that a movie? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that one. But let's see. I'm going a different way in October during the weekday by watching TV horror shows like The Outer Limits, Tales from the Crypt, Night Gallery, The River, and Thriller with Boris Karloff. Interesting. Boris Karloff, sorry. Interesting. That's that is an interesting. I've now actually not heard somebody talk about like watching horror TV shows. Um, all of those actually. I'm trying to think if there's any in there. I have not seen any episodes of any of those shows, which I really should get on watching. Um, like Tales from the Crypt is a show that I have the first 3 seasons and I have like the 5th season or something. But I've not actually watched it, and I really want to watch it because I feel like it sounds and like looks like an interesting show that I really should get on watching. Um, but yeah, interesting approach. That's awesome. But let's see. Let's see. Are you planning to visit George Lucas's museum opening here in LA next year? Probably not. Yeah, that would be. So I've actually not heard anything about the George Lucas Museum. I'm assuming it's about Star Wars and stuff like that. And I'm assuming like anything with like Lucasfilm. Um, so actually, several years ago, I went to a Star Wars exhibit where I saw a lot of the original props and a lot of. I mean, this is not maybe more than several years ago. This is 2 decades ago maybe. Um, and I saw like a bunch of the original props and a bunch of the I did like the speeder, like the Luke Skywalker's like speeder, and just all kinds of fun stuff. But I really wish I took more time when I was there. I was really young, but I wish I took more time when I was there and actually looked around at things. But yeah, it was very interesting, very cool. And but yeah, the George Lucas Museum. I have to do some research. I'm not actually familiar with that. But that sounds interesting. So I just finished Young Sheldon. Was such a great show. I'm excited for Brother Georgie spin-off with his wife raising their kid. I'm assuming Young Sheldon is like the Big Bang Theory stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken in that, but yeah, I'm not a huge Big Bang Theory fan. I tried to watch. I think at one point I owned like all the seasons, but I just never could get into it. See, I'm hearing Joker 2 is awful and the type of movie that shouldn't have been made. Yeah, I've not seen many positive things about Joker 2. Honestly, I have pretty much little to no interest in actually seeing it. I'll maybe like I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out eventually, but assuming you're saying yes to the Big Bang Theory. But gotcha. Yeah, so I might check it out. Probably not in theaters, but maybe if I see it at the library or something, I'll pick it up and I don't know, watch it. But I wasn't really impressed with Joker like 1, I guess, like the first Joker movie. I really just thought it was kind of borrowing a lot from 2 other films that was just kind of really trying to make it this cool, edgy movie. And overall, I just thought it was okay. I really wasn't really enjoying it that much, but Let's see. Radiance Films releasing 3 Japanese ghost movies I've seen on Blu-ray, but the price. Yeah, I've actually. So Radiance Films is another one that I'm not super familiar with their stuff. I don't have anything from Radiance. Um, I know it's kind of like a almost like an offshoot of Criterion, similar packaging and similar. I've seen them in person. I think Barnes and Noble stocks them, but I've not. I do not own any in my. I know it's a relatively new label, but I don't own any Radiance films. I'll have to check that out. But let's see, and you'll enjoy Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, I keep hearing like really positive things about it. I just need to sit down and watch it. So maybe after Halloween, I will try watching some in November. But let's see. I'm sorry you're watching Pumpkinhead 2. You don't need to see the first one to watch 2. So yes, I've seen Pumpkinhead 1. I watched that. I think it's this year. But Pumpkinhead 2, I also like had pretty low expectations for. I thought Pumpkinhead 1 was okay. Um, I apparently there's four. I think there's four Pumpkinhead films, which is kind of wild. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not super excited to watch Pumpkinhead 2, but um, yeah, I decided I did buy it, so I should probably watch it. But Um, yes, so it is 8:30. I've been talking for about 47-ish minutes. Um, let's see. It's the same characters, but 2 is just its own thing, and 3 is a sequel to 1. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like the Pumpkinhead series, I'm just like not like it seems okay. Like I feel like there's certain series within horror that I'm like I don't understand how they got so many sequels. Um like the Leprechaun movies. There are so many Leprechaun films. The what are the other ones that I'm Scarecrow. Scarecrow has 2 sequels. Like this movie, there's 2 sequels after and this one I feel like nobody talks about this. And this one's pretty rough. It's um, and I'm trying to think of other. Um, VHS has a whole there's like the 7th movie of VHS is coming out soon. Wrong Turn, they've made 7 of those. I really, really want to like the Pumpkinhead. I love him as a character, but his movies aren't good. Yeah, that's how I felt about going into the film. I really wanted to like it, but it was just a little bit of a disappointment. But I'm lining up on this month's Horror Fest film. In the past, after a month of dark horror films, I was depressed for the month of November. I had to watch some Nutcracker ballets to snap out of it. Yeah, I feel like yeah, I definitely understand like where you're coming from. Where it's like if you're just watching a ton of like dark films. That's why I try to sprinkle in like within my month of watching horror films. I try to sprinkle in some like fun ones mixed in. Um, like I'm watching, like I said, like tonight I'm watching what's it called, House of Wax, and then tomorrow I'm watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, and the following day I'm watching what is it? Um, it's on the other side of the room. I'm not actually sure what I'm watching the next day, but um yeah, I'm just trying to like sprinkle in like fun horror films mixed in with kind of more dark and gritty stuff. But I will probably wrap this up here, just because it is almost 50 minutes of me talking, and um, yeah, getting over a cold and still talking is a is not a fun time. But did you see the new Hitcher 4K box? Yes, I did. I think that's put out by Is that Umbrella? Umbrella. I think it was Umbrella that was putting that out, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, I saw actually. I recently watched The Hitcher for the first time, which I thought it was a fun movie. I probably won't be upgrading it, but um, let's see. After you, yep, words after your movie tonight, just throw in Tales from the Crypt first 2 episodes. Okay, I might have to do that. We'll see. Join next week on possibly Sunday. Just follow my Instagram story and you'll see and find out if I watch the first 2 episodes. So, um, but yeah, so thank you guys for joining this random live stream. It was kind of surprise live stream thing. Again, I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow, unfortunately, but I just wanted to at least jump on this week because it has been a couple weeks since I've done a live stream. So um, yeah, thank you guys so much for jumping. Let's see. Check out Boxing Helena. Okay, I will add that to my to watch list. Let's see. Okay, bye. Thanks for a great live stream. I love surprises, and please watch Bloody Birthday. Okay, I will also add that to my watch list because that sounds interesting. Um, yes. Okay, so thank you guys again so much for jumping on this random live stream, and I will see you guys all next week. Um, just stay tuned for a video sometime this week. But thank you guys, and I hope everybody out there has a great night.